Hey guys, what's happening? I've got a quick, hey, I'm playing that for you. This is 3/4 Home from Bracket Games, and I'm going to start it off by saying spoiler alert. Um, it falls, I guess, under the category of visual novel, although I would say it's much more involved than that. You play as a girl named Kelly who's driving home in Nebraska through a storm, and as she speaks to her family members, her mother, her father, and her brother Ben, depending on your answers, the story can get darker, the story can get better. I guess there's no actual right or wrong way to play this game. I will say this, that normally a game like this would not be my exact cup of tea, but this Bracket Games knocked it out of the park on this. It's got a gorgeous visual style, as you can see, and the story is so involved. It's just every decision you make within the conversation just seems to play out so well in the game. And in the extended edition, there's an epilogue story of Kelly talking to her mother while she's waiting at a bus stop in St. Paul, Minnesota. And anybody from where I'm from, North Dakota, can tell you that waiting for a bus stop in a snowstorm is no fun. So add to that the stress of the background story, and I'm not going to tell you any of the story. You're just going to have to play it yourself. But anybody who's had to wait in a storm in North Dakota or Minnesota can tell you it can go from what seems like normal and just regular winter weather to life-threatening in a matter of moments. So add in the storm, add in the weather element, the stress of the story, the stress from the characters, and you have got a fantastic narrative that I honestly can't say I can remember in any video game. 3/4 Home is a shining example of actual artwork in video games. They made a fantastic. I shouldn't even say they. I don't know if it's more than one person, but originally I believe this was. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but originally I believe this was a iOS, Android mobile game that came over to consoles and PC. But it's amazing. The look, the audio work, the song in it, the music in it is amazing. I have not played something that had me this on the edge of my seat with such little action. The only mechanic is you hold down the right trigger to keep the car moving and keep the conversation going as well. If you stop moving the car, the story and the conversation stops. As you progress back home, the weather gets progressively worse, and the story, I don't want to give anything away because I don't want to give any spoilers away, because this is meant for everybody to play their own way. And this is, it's not an open world adventure. It's not an action RPG. It's not a Grand Theft Auto. It's not a Call of Duty or a Halo. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of video game art that I don't think we have ever seen before. This category of visual novel, to me, and right or wrong, always conjures up an image of sort of skeevy anime stuff, and I know that's not right. I know there's more to the visual novel genre than that, but that's what it always conjures up, because that's where, for better or worse, Japan is the one who pumps out most of these visual novel based games. However, 3/4 Home is so much more than a visual novel. I would say, let's put it this way, interactive story. Not as involved or as complex as, say, a Beyond Two Souls or an Until Dawn. But if I was basing a video game solely on story alone, 3/4 Home is one of the best things I have ever played, period. There's no doubt about that. I believe after playing through the main story arc and the epilogue, I believe that 3/4 Home has probably made it into not even probably, it is definitely one of my top 50 games of all time. And like I said, say what you want. I'm not going to get into a debate on whether or not this is a video game. This is a game. And it's truly a piece of interactive art. And Bracket Games, I have to say, bravo. Like I said, normally I would not play something like this, but this is a piece of artwork that I'm glad I invested in. For $5, after playing through it, I would have gladly paid $100 for this. Congratulations, Bracket Games. 3/4 Home Extended Edition is amazing.